Thanks for joining us for this week's Radar Report. I'm Colton.
And I'm Cooper.
Please stand for the national anthem performed by the lead characters from the Sister Act musical.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
February is PHS's turn to fill the food pantry. Students can bring their food and donations to the main office.
Take a look at the flyer for items that are considered high need.
Anyone who brings in food items will receive Raider Way raffle tickets for their donation.
Thank you in advance to all students who bring in items.
The Pulaski High School Drama Department is debuting the musical Sister Act this weekend. They perform February 10th, 11th, 17th, and 18th. RSN reporter Lexi Rivera takes a closer look at this comedic musical.
This weekend is opening night for this week's musical Sister Act. Sister Act is a divine comedy about a lounge singer forced to join a convent after being placed in a witness protection program. The lead, Marilyn Kaler, shares her experience in musical theater.
I've been in theater production since I was around like 5 or 6, and I was in Birder Studio for a while, and then I did the summer musicals all the way until middle school, where I did the middle school musicals, and I've done 3, this is my 3rd high school musical. My favorite part of this musical is all the outfit changes, and just like I really like the style of the show. And my favorite part of musical each year is when we put it all together, and Tech Week is a long week, but it's very fun getting to put everything together.
This performance is sure to make you laugh, so get your tickets now on the pulaskihs.ludus.com.
Thanks, Marilyn and Lexi. Make sure to get your tickets at pulaskihs.ludus.com.
This week for Teacher Feature, student Emma Allsweet took a trip up to the science pod to interview a teacher who's reached beyond the stars, Mrs. Welsing.
Why did you decide you wanted to be a teacher?
I decided I wanted to be a teacher because I love learning, and I love sharing what I know with others, people and students, and I love learning from students as well. So teaching is amazing, and it's fun every day and different every day, and I love science, and I just like to share that with students.
What is your favorite activity outside of school?
Outside of school, I like walking with my dogs. So we go to the Pulaski Pond a lot, or we go up north in the woods, but I like to walk and find rocks that I like and spend time with my dogs, yeah.
Why did you choose to be a teacher at PHS?
Ooh, so when my husband and I were looking for a house between Shawano and Green Bay, and we came across the little town of Pulaski, and when we went to look at a house, and I walked out into the backyard, and I could hear the band playing from the backyard, and I was just enamored, and I said, this is it. This is the house. This is where I'm going to raise my kids. And then when I was making a career change, I was lucky enough to get an interview and get hired here, and I love the town and the community here.
If all of the PHS teachers were in the Hunger Games, who would win?
Ooh, that's a hard one. But I think in this department, I'm going to say Mr. Anderson. He's an amazing planner and organizer, and I feel like he's kind of a sleuth. He'd lay low and he'd have a plan of attack.
Do you have any hidden talents?
I think that I'm an amazing vacation planner. Yeah, that's my hidden talent. I research, I love to research and plan like epic adventures. Not all of them I have been able to go on, but I've planned a lot of epic adventures off the beaten path and, cool things to see.
If you could delete any veggie, what would it be?
I think it would be the artichoke because they're too fibrous and chewy and I just don't really like them.
What's your favorite dance move, and are you willing to show us?
Yes, I've been waiting for this part of the interview, and it's the time step. And so most people know that if you have had me in class, but I'm going to do it. Ready?
Wowza, she is talented.
You can say that again.
The wrestling team has seen a lot of success this season. RSN reporter Aiden Dauk interviewed some of the athletes.
Thanks, Colton and Cooper. The wrestlers are going on to regionals after placing 5th overall at the Pulaski Invite, as well as their duel against Ashwaubenon, beating them 77-0. After these two competitions, I wanted to ask the wrestlers about their thoughts on the season.
I thought that the entire team did very well and that we almost our entire lineup placed, which is really good. And we had a good showing of Pulaski people come and support.
Practicing every day, working hard in the practice room, and working on stuff that we need to work on from like the Pulaski Invite and other duels recently.
The expectations for the rest of the season would be just doing your best at regionals, sectionals, and trying to get to the state tournament.
Good luck, wrestlers at regionals.
Go cheer on the wrestlers at regional this weekend at Preble.
Good luck, athletes.
Now, off to Austin and Benson to see what the rest of our athletes have been up to this week.
Thanks, Colton and Cooper.
The girls' basketball team was back in action on Tuesday as they took on the Preble Hornets as they got a big conference win, 61-52. They look to take on the Ashwaubenon Jaguars tonight at 7.
As for the boys' basketball team, they beat Preble on Tuesday, winning 80-62, and they will take on Ashwaubenon in a big game tonight at home. Come out and support the boys.
Next up, the wrestling team is looking forward to regionals this weekend at Preble.
And for boys swimming, their squad is gearing up for sectionals tomorrow at Ashwaubenon. Good luck, swimmers.
The boys hockey team will play their last game of the regular season tonight against the Fox City Stars. The game will start at 8 p.m. at the Tri-County Ice Arena.
Lastly, the PHS dance team finished their season at state last weekend in lacrosse. Congrats on a great season.
That is all we have for this week's Raider Sports Report. Good luck to all Red Raider athletes.
Thank you, Austin and Benson.
Now, onto Bursting Books.
Wait, that's odd. Hayden doesn't appear to be in the hub.
I wonder where he is. Let's take a look.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to Bursting Books, the segment in which we discuss popular literary pieces and classic stories. Today, if you've noticed, I'm a little lost. Let's take a look around real quick. I know that tree line. And something about those disembodied growls and grunts coming from the forest seem oddly familiar. Oh, I know where we are. We're where the wild things are. Let's go to somewhere a little bit more familiar. Whew. Much better now that we're back in the hub. Where the wild things are is the craziest fever dream that you and I could probably try and imagine up. But that's no problem for Max. After being sent to bed without supper, since he was being a noisy brat, Max gets the bright idea to conjure up a place where he won't be yelled at. Hence, the island with wild creatures. After Max bares his fangs, the wild things all bow down and hail him as the new king. Pretty nifty system they've got, if you ask me. After sending them to bed without supper, Max realizes that he misses his home and decides to get on a boat and sail back. The Wild Things are outraged, but, you know, Max doesn't care. He's out of here, lickety-split. In the end, Max goes back to his parents, where he happily goes and enjoys supper. The lesson behind today's episode, kids, is whenever you're mad at your parents, just make up an imaginary land with big and hairy beasts. Or, if you want the real thing, go visit the home of a lumberjack. I'm Hayden, and this has been Bursting Books.
Holy cow, how did you get into the book?
That's so crazy, man.
Absolutely wild.
Hey, Colton?
What?
It's weather time.
Yippee!
I'm your meteorologist, Pete Petraviak, and today is a high of 49 with a low of 34. Saturday is a high of 38 with a low of 22. And ending off the weekend, we have a high of 36 with a low of 21. Have a good weekend, Raiders.
That weather, a 10 out of 10.
RSN is looking for feedback on the live reports.
Have you any ideas for future lives? Make sure to fill out the survey.
Also, RSN is still looking for students interested in joining the team next year. Make sure to reach out to your counselor or Mrs. Langlitz if you're interested in broadcasting.
Lunch today is Pete's Choice, mac and cheese, or a breaded pork chop sandwich with sides of sugar snap peas, carrots, and sliced pears.
That's all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in.
Make it a great day and a fun weekend, Raiders.